Hello, friends. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm your host, Zen Garcia.
Welcome, friends, readers, listeners, and viewers from across America and around the world. We do greatly appreciate all of you taking the time to join us in live broadcasts. Tonight, I will be doing a follow up on our new series coming to you at least, I'm thinking at least twice a month. Um, but we have been developing interest in the name. The show is Cryptos for Ding Dongs. Now, mind you that often I call myself a ding dong because of, just doing something stupid or, um, just when I am not up to par with, say, a decision, an action, or a behavior. And in the crypto markets, trying to time Bitcoin often, especially with the way that it's been rallying and thinking that we're at the high, we've got to be at the high, and then either wanting to go into cash or selling it short. Well, Bitcoin often proves me wrong. And so, as you can see, those of you that are um, up to par on the markets, Bitcoin has set another all time high this evening and has spent the day charging from 33,357 to now 37,119, which is a 24-hour change of $3,300. It's quite amazing considering that just in March of this past year, after the coronavirus, the whole situation with the scandemic and all of that, we have seen that Bitcoin was at around $3,300 per coin. And it's just insane to think that it has gone from that point to now setting all time highs almost every other day. And this is even after we had a 20% correction just a few days ago. Let me just remind everybody that I am not a financial advisor, that all of this is done for entertainment purposes, that I am only sharing my opinion. I am in no manner a broker or involved in financial affairs in any manner. I am more a student, a scholar of the ancient manuscripts. However, I do spend and have spent the past 4 years since 2017 studying the markets and watching them daily as I do my other work. And so in the background, I always have the Bitcoin chart playing out, and I do try to move uh, in and out of the market as I can, um, which again is why I call myself a ding dong sometimes, because Bitcoin proves me wrong more often than not. And I've found that the best way to really try to invest into the market is through a tactic called dollar cost averaging, where you're simply just buying once a month, whatever you can afford, and just allowing it to accumulate. And you're not concerned with price or with, trying to catch the highs or the lows, because I find that uh, it's, even though there are indicators that give you um, a general idea as to when the tops have been reached and the bottoms are reached in a market, I find that Bitcoin does not adhere to those particular rules. For instance, we have been, if you follow this one indicator called the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index, which has been pretty much spot on for the several years that it has been available to uh, crypto enthusiasts as an indicator. We have been above the 90 level since November. And usually, what that means is that the market will correct and will have a downturn for at least several days, if not several weeks. And then the RSI, the Relative Strength Index, as well as the stochastics, RSI, they will cool down a little bit. And then it will give you an idea as to when the market, when it reaches a certain level, when it's ready, it's been sold off some, and when it's ready to move higher. But this has not been the case. And the reason being is because there is a flood of money entering into the market. Um, we are almost at $1 trillion as a market once more, when we've only reached this height one other time previously. And that was in 2017 when we were at all-time highs. And then the markets corrected. We went into a bear market for about a year or so. Now, things are different where we are now because of the flood of institutional money that is entering into the market, and that a lot of people, there's a lot of retail interest, meaning that individuals like myself and yourself are also starting to take notice and realizing that cryptocurrencies are an investment class which people may perhaps begin to open themselves to having some of. And, it's a very risky asset. It's very volatile. It moves up and down, sometimes 50% at one time, even 100% at one time. You just never know, especially with smaller tokens that are still new to the space. While can be great gains made, the great losses can also be incurred. And so it's best, in my opinion, to not be a trader and to just invest. And in regard to taxes as well, that if you're not buying and selling and not making profits and generating profits in that manner, you're not going to have to pay taxes in that manner as well. If you just buy and hold, it's a lot better in regard to taxable income. And so this evening I'm going to talk a little bit about the emails. We've had a lot of interest. A lot of people have reached out to me, and we have now have a group of individuals, and I've been helping people to set up the structure they will need to begin investing, just putting the money they can afford to lose into some of these assets. And the market really, since December 16th, when we had the first show, has been on a tear. It was on December 16th, 2020, that Bitcoin reached an all-time high. It first broke 20,000. And how appropriate for me to do the show that evening and to be able to speak about that. And here I am, we're 3 weeks from that point. And Bitcoin has reached another all-time high and has almost doubled where it was at just 3 weeks ago, which is absolutely insane when you think about it. The parabolic run that Bitcoin is on and the way that it is driving the other uh, tokens and the other cryptocurrencies as a whole, the market is really inflating in price. And so, those of you that did listen and did uh, go ahead and get in even a little bit, you have benefited. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the emails that I've sent out, the different tokens that I've recommended, and why. And I'm simply going to read those emails just to catch everybody up. They're short. I don't make them very long. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time writing a whole lot of stuff. Just, checking in, current update, recommendations, and also discretion that I'm not a financial advisor. But again, having studied this space for quite a while now, I feel that I have at least more exposure and more experience with it than a lot of other people do. And so I'm going to do that. And then also I'm going to speak about, certain protocols that I myself use and why I think that you also should use them and how you would benefit. Like, for instance, the Celsius wallet. And also, I have recently been, I have installed an app on my phone called Pi. And it's simply a mining that once you open it, you start it once every 24 hours on your phone. And it's really still relatively new, but you begin to mine this crypto asset called Pi. And it has no current value, but at some point it will, which is the same for pre-search. I also recommend that people, instead of using Google or Bing or even DuckDuckGo, to use pre-search as your search engine on your computer. That whether you're using a Chrome, or I do recommend that people use Brave as well. Brave is just another web browser, um, much like Chrome or Mozilla or Safari, except that it pays you in BAT tokens, BAT tokens, um, for the protocol, the Brave wallet, and you can actually get paid this crypto token for simply using the browser to search, watch YouTube, whatever it is that you do on the internet. And so just using the Brave browser and using pre-search as your search engine, you're gonna build up tokens. And also, I recommend that people join library. And I'm gonna send out give you all my referral links for these sites. Um, but that library is a video channel, or Theta. I'm not yet a member of Theta, but um, if those are two video sites, much like YouTube, that in watching you get paid in crypto for simply, watching videos that you would watch anyways in other sites. And it's easy to, you know, to develop an amount over time. And I've looked at and have been watching these particular cryptocurrencies, and all of them have also been increasing in value. And so, why not get paid for what you're going to do anyways? And so, those are things that I recommend. And with regard to Celsius, I know a lot of people that have either Coinbase or KuCoin, or that are holding their crypto on a hardware wallet called, like the Ledger or Tether. Um, However, in my opinion, it's much better to hold them on the Celsius wallet or crypto.com, their particular wallet. And the reason being is because they will pay you interest for doing so. And because they're like a bank, they are lending crypto out and making interest off of it, and also providing you interest for simply having your cryptocurrencies in their wallets. And so, and the interest rates are really beneficial. And so I'm going to tell you other tokens as well, that some of the tokens that I recommend are tokens that pay interest no matter if you have them in the Celsius wallet or if you have are holding them in different protocols, whether you have them on an exchange or even Coinbase. And three of those tokens, one is called Atom. Um, Cosmos is the name of the cryptocurrency. Uh, the but it trades under Atom. Another one is called Tezos XTZ, and another one is called Algorand. Now, of these, my favorite is Algorand, ALGO, and the reason I like Algorand so much is because it is relatively new, hasn't been available to the Coinbase community for more than a few weeks. And because of that, it hasn't increased in price as the other coins that pay interest on Coinbase have. And most people trade through Coinbase or Cash App. Those are the two portals, or Square. Those are, and now PayPal, but they're not paying you interest, even though you don't get charged any fees for purchasing crypto through PayPal. So at least you're saving on fees. But it's nice to get paid interest on holding cryptocurrencies. And when I say interest, for instance, Tezos, you're getting paid 4.53%, which is much better in a bank or any savings account or any money market fund. The Cosmos token is paying 5%, and the Algorand token is paying 6%. And so these are tokens that, if you are, again, holding them on Coinbase, even just having them on Coinbase, they will pay you that much. And so you're going to be accruing rewards every second of every day just by holding those tokens. Now, there's many that are paying interest, and some up to 13% on the Celsius wallet, which is why I like the Celsius wallet and why I recommend that people use it. And also, if you have at least 10% of their native token, which is CEL, the Celsius token, you will get paid 3% more on all of the tokens that you have in your wallet. And then if you have a large amount of Celsius tokens, you get paid. different levels, it benefits you, all of your tokens at different rates. And so I'll talk about that as well. But I want to share some of the emails that I've sent out over the recent weeks. And if get in touch with me, Zen Garcia 2010 at gmail.com, I will add you to our group and I will send you out these emails so that you can have them and read them for yourself, and then have the tokens that I've recommended. And in these emails, I've also spoken about the increases that those that I've told you about, the transition over time. It's since just, again, the 16th. And so just today, I sent out this email. Welcome, Tracy, to the group. I just wanted to catch up with everybody. I hope that you were able to enter some of the money you had on the sideline into the market when it dropped some 20% from its highs. It actually moved $6,000 to the downside beginning 1/3/21, so the 3rd of January at 2 o'clock in the morning, and then dropped to 28,130 by 5 a.m. on the 4th, all in the course of one day. And so, I had told people in the email before this that Bitcoin was at all-time highs and that I expected a correction and that people should be holding some cash and be ready to enter into the market, because I felt that, there was going to be at least a retrace. And so this was my follow-up to that email. I'll read that one next as well. I'm going to read them in order going back a week. Bitcoin then rallied 2,630 to 30,760 in a single hour before beginning its climb back to 34,000, where it is now. And that was earlier, just today. It's now at 37,000, setting a new all-time high. So, this is the reason why I've told people I felt like you should have at least a little exposure to the market. Continuing. That is life-changing money for those that were able to get into the bottom and just ride that rally up to where it is now. All this happened in 3 days' time. For those of you that have been putting some money to work in the market, you should have benefited greatly, especially if you listen to the recommendations that I gave you. Remember, I am not a financial advisor or a broker, just a fellow brother in Christ that is interested in the markets and has been watching them daily for 4 years until now. Those of you that have entered, if you could tell me how much you've made just in the short time, I would be interested in hearing some feedback from you. One sister asked me 2 days ago, if you could just pick one token, what would it be? I told her DOT, which is Polkadot. And the reason being is because the guy that created Ethereum, which is the second largest token and the network, the blockchain of which most other tokens are built upon, he is the chief engineer and he left Ethereum to create Polkadot. And so Polkadot is another blockchain, but it interacts with other blockchains out there and brings them together and allows them to bridge and to communicate with one another in smart contracts. So I think it's going to do very well. Or Algo for the long haul, but that I especially recommended Algo because it's only been trading for a few weeks and offers 6 to 7% interest just for holding it, even in the Coinbase account. I've been accumulating this coin myself. It has gone up over the last 3 days, 9%, 25%, and today another 17.99%. Actually, it that's 25% now. It's gone from 30 cents to 50 cents. Um, I recommended just a few days ago when it was 30 cents a token, and now it is at 46.3 cents or 44.63, 46 and a third cent a token, which means that in the short few days of this recommendation, you would have made over 50% in value. I believe this token still has a long ways to go and will be at least a few dollars sometime next year. But again, I'm not a financial advisor, just someone that recognizes the trends and who understands good blockchain protocols and use applications. There are a few more tokens that I'm going to have you put on your radar. Now, these are the tokens that I recommend people take notice of. EGLD, which is Elrond. I believe they are a Swiss company, and they are like Ethereum, except for those that have used Ethereum or that tried to purchase Wise recently or to swap tokens on Uniswap, you've noticed that the gas fees to make the transaction actually work have been utterly ridiculous. People are getting paid like 30 to 50 to $80 just to make one transaction on the Ethereum network. And it's for that reason that I believe that both Polkadot and also Elrond, because they are entire blockchains like Ethereum that other protocols can use to build um, their token, their asset, and their technology upon. And so, and just recently, I think it was just yesterday that, and this is huge, that banks were given the okay by the SEC to utilize stablecoins. And when I say stablecoins, they are cryptocurrencies that are pinned or pegged to the dollar. So they never go up and down in value. They constantly remain $1 a coin. And so these coins not being volatile, they are perfect for banks to utilize in transacting and sending store of value or in settling their transactions. Stable coins, these dollar uh, cryptocurrencies, which include Tether, DAI, the US dollar coin. There's a few of them out there. The Binance US dollar coin. There's several that have been created to bring, like for instance, if somebody wants to sell Bitcoin at a certain level, like right now, even with us being at all-time highs, to put their money into dollars or the US dollar coin or some stable coin, they can wait for the price of Bitcoin to go down and then reuse their stable coin, their dollar pegged uh, coins to purchase Bitcoin at a cheaper rate and increase their allotment, which is what traders often do. They're moving in and out in order to try to increase the amount of Bitcoin they have. And a lot of people are very successful in doing this. Unfortunately, and I have been in the past, but it's difficult to time the market. And so thus why I, sometimes refer to myself as a ding dong. And so I thought that it would be perfect to name this show as such because you'll, when you enter the market, if you do decide to trade, you will also be made by trying to time the market to be shown that it's not easy. And really, trying to time the market, it makes everybody feel like amateurs. And really, only like 10% of the people investing into the entire space are proficient at it and good at it. 90% of traders lose money. That's just a simple fact. However, 99% of everybody that has ever invested in the Bitcoin is in the profit because we keep making all-time highs. And so, the dollar cost averaging, that's the way to go. All right, so the coins I recommended were Elrond, EGLD, Litecoin, LTC, Chainlink, LINK, Synthetics, SNX, Aave, AAVE, Ryofuel, RFUEL, Bondly, BONDLY, Katon, TVK, Ferrum, FRM, and Advanced Internet Blocks, AIB. Now, the other ones that I recommended before these, well, I'll just continue reading. The others that I've already mentioned in the previous messages, which I've sent out to the group over the last week, are Theta, THETA, which that's, he was one of the founders of YouTube, and he's created this blockchain video platform called Theta, which they pay you cryptocurrencies for either watching or creating, being a content creator. ZIL, ZIL, which is Zilliqa, and it's a proof of stake coin. They allow you to stake it and you earn free crypto. CEL, CEL, which is the native token of the Celsius network and the Celsius wallet. WISE. WISE is a protocol that did not give any preferential treatment to anybody with big money or to the developers, but made all of the coins available through public auction and made it so that everybody had equal access. And because of that, everybody had to use the public auction to invest into this protocol. And WISE has only been available to the public after a 50-day auction since the first December 31st. And it's only been trading for a week. And I told people that I felt like this was going to 10 to 100x. And that, the people that put their money into it, because of the unique way in which it was created, I thought that, they would benefit. There was no pre-sale. There was no, gifting to other people. 5% of the money went to the developers as payment for creating the protocol, and the rest of what was invested through the public auction is going to liquidity to keep it so that the price is stable whenever somebody buys or sells. But because you can also stake this token, and if you stake it within the first 7 days, you get a 10% bonus as well. The price, there's been nobody selling. And the price has literally gone from 21 cent a token on the evening that it came out to now it's 48 cents a token. So everybody in a week has already doubled their money that they put into this token. And the price, you can only get it on Uniswap right now. It's not even available on any exchange. It's only been, again, I said, available through public auction for the past 50 days. And it, I think, is going to be very valuable because of the non-preferential treatment to people that have big money or to the developers themselves. Everybody's on equal footing in investing in this token. And you can only get it on Uniswap. You have to have a MetaMask wallet to do that. Which, if you don't understand what I'm talking about, you can contact me and I will explain it later. All right, continuing. I did recommend XTZ, which is Tezos, pays 4.53 interest. On Coinbase, Atom, which is Cosmos, it pays 5% on Coinbase. Hex, which is a token that you can also you can lock it up in staking, and this token it was also available through public auction, and then it was like I don't even know the price per coin, but it has already doubled or tripled in value as well. Sushi is like Uniswap. It's called Sushi Swap, and it allows you to stake and to provide liquidity, and it will also pay you in sushi tokens. And Uniswap is the same way. You can provide liquidity, or you can exchange Ethereum for other tokens, like Wise and Cell. They're only available on those platforms. But I think those, because of the DeFi, what's called decentralized finance, because of the way that they give you the ability to do that, you can, you don't have to hold your money on exchange or pay anybody to perform that action for you. You can do it yourself. However, it does cost gas fees, only gas fees, which right now are crazy because of so much interest in cryptocurrencies and so many people starting to, invest in this area. Another one is Reserve Right, RSR. I recommended those. And those are the ones that I, specifically recommended in the message that I sent out. And you'll see the reason why. Now, there's a website called coinmarketcap.com, which I monitor every day and which I think people should become familiar with, because if you were to do so, it tells you what cryptocurrencies are priced, the top 400 or so, how much they've gone up in a day or in a week. and it tells you what, who made them, the story behind them, what they're used for, all of that, the name of the token, all that information is found there. And I'll just go through the top 10 coins for today. Bitcoin, of course, is number one. It is currently right now 36,893. It's gone up 36,985 now. It's gone up 9.23% in 24 hours. You know how a lot of people in investing in stocks, they will make 7% on their money in a year and be happy with that? Well, Bitcoin went up 9% just today. And in the last 7 days, it's gone up 27.57%. Ethereum is $1,207.68. It's gone up 11.46% today and has gone up 60.73% in 7 days. So, it was when I talked about this token and I recommended that somebody asked me if I had $1,000, what would I invest it in? I told them 40% Bitcoin, 30% Ethereum, and then the other 30% I would put into DOT, Theta, and Wise. And, again, Bitcoin 27% in 7 days, Ethereum 60% in 7 days. Ethereum was $600 when I spoke about this December 16th. XRP, which I don't recommend and don't hold because they're in trouble with the SEC right now. But they have also made gains. They went up 15% today and have gone up 18% in 7 days. Litecoin, which is at $170 right now, it's gone up 8.87% today and 32% in 7 days. Cardano, which, my goodness, this one's been skyrocketing, has gone up 30.44% today and 80% in 7 days. Polkadot, which is one that I'm really high on, because again, it's you see Ethereum is $1,200 a coin. Well, this is the chief engineer that created that coin, and he started this other project, which is relatively new, and it's only priced at $10.35 a coin. It's gone up 7% today and 42% in 7 days. Bitcoin Cash went up 10% today. It's gone up 27% in 7 days. Stellar, which just got a contract with the Ukrainian government to help them make I think they used a kroner, I'm not positive, but they're going to help them to make a digital currency and to use it for government purposes. And so they went up 80% just today, 80.95%. I think they were trading like at 20 cents a coin, if I remember correctly, and they're trading now at 38 cents a coin. They've gone up 164% in 7 days. I mean, these gains are insane. But again, it shows you that a lot of people are moving into the market. And still, there's less than 1% of the population that is even involved in investing in cryptocurrencies. So, like, if you think about running a marathon, if the whole world was running a marathon and you equate this whole thing to that situation, really, it's like you drove to the marathon, you got out of your car, you're putting on your running shoes, and you're getting ready for the marathon. That's where we are in the market, in my opinion. We haven't even begun the race. Chainlink, it's at $16.97 a coin. It's gone up 17% just today, and it has gone up 50% in 7 days. Binance Coin has gone up 1%, 1.43% today. It's gone up 11.23% in 7 days. You have the USD coin, which is pegged to $1. It doesn't go up or down. It stays at $1. Then I'm at number 13. But let me just bring up some of those that I had recommended. Let me share those with you since we're looking at this. All right. Theta, it went down 1% today. It's gone up 37% in 7 days. Hex is only 1 cent a coin, and it went down 6% today. It's gone up 25% in 7 days. Tezos went up 8% today. It's $2.58 a coin. It's gone up 31% in 7 days. The crypto.com coin is 7 cents a coin. It went up 15% today. It's gone up 28.97% in 7 days. Uniswap UNI went up 3% today. It's gone up 55% in 7 days. Celsius token went down 0.32% today, and it's only gone up 5.35% in 7 days. I think that token's going to move. The synthetics SNX that I recommended, $11.97 a token. It went down 2.5% today. It's gone up 66% in 7 days. Zilliqa, it's at 7 cents a coin. It went up 9.57 cents, 9.59% today. It's gone up 2% in 7 days. And that's only because it increased like 50, maybe 70% just a week ago. So it's taking a breather. Elron, the EGLD, it's 38.14 cents. It went up 10.56% today. It's gone up 60% in 7 days. Reserve Right, RSR, it's only 4 cents a coin. And it went up 0.42% today. But this coin is up 121% in 7 days. So you would have more than doubled your money, whatever you had invested in it, just 7 days ago. Oh my goodness. The advanced internet blocks that I had been telling people about, it is 1 cent a coin, 0.01188. It went up 1,385% today. And it's down 29.71% over 7 days. And that's only because it increased a huge amount just a week and a half ago. So you see, a lot of these coins are moving exponentially. I mean, it's just, it's crazy the amount that they are gaining. And so, we are in a raging bull market right now because there's so much money flooding into the market right now. And so, that's why I say people should take a little bit of an interest, because it might be beneficial. And for those of you that don't have a lot of money, you'll notice that a lot of the coins that I recommended, that I spoke about, they are cheap. 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 cents a coin. They're not that expensive. And so it doesn't take a lot. Even putting $10 into the market, you can get a lot of tokens that, if you get one that makes 1,300% gains in just 1 day or over a week, I mean, that's a fair amount. And just think of not eating one Happy Meal over 1 week and just putting that into the crypto market. That little bit can add up to a great amount over the course of a year. And so, you have to think about it like that. And so, anyways, we're almost at break. When we return, I will read more of the messages that I've sent out. And hopefully that, what I'm sharing with you will encourage you to consider. Because I know a lot of you, especially Christians that are kingdom oriented and focused, which I am as well. I'm absolutely dedicated. My entire life is dedicated to serving the Most High and helping the less unfortunate. And I just consider this as being one of the means for me to be able to do that. If I can, the whole thing of give a man a fish or help him to fish. Well, I think this is like helping a person to fish. And I don't know of any other investment platform or any other investment out there besides gold or silver, which, you have to hold those for a period of time for them to accrue in value, which I do believe that you should be diversified, and that gold and silver is definitely a good investment. However, you can't carry, $10,000 in gold in your pocket and cross the border, or $10,000 in silver. That's a lot of silver. But you can do that with cryptocurrency. You don't even need to carry anything. All you have to do is have it on, even an electronic wallet or spread out on a couple wallets of different exchanges, which, hardware wallets can be stolen from you. And so you have to be careful of that, or you could lose them. But anyways, we'll be right back and I'll go through the rest of it.
As a bookstore for truth seekers, it's our goal to make ancient manuscripts which were once held captive by secretive institutions available for public consideration. In our generation, where wisdom has increased, as Daniel the prophet foretold, we have access to many of the testimonies our early church brethren were persecuted for preserving. After being hidden for centuries, these manuscripts have been leaked from various sources throughout the earth, and it's our goal to gather these sources into printable form to make available for all who seek the ancient way. If you're looking to deepen your studies of the biblical narrative, find these ancient manuscripts and more at sacredwordpublishing.com.
Many truth seekers are constantly studying alone. But there is a place where we can come together. The Digital Readers Club is our online ecclesia meant for those who've forsaken churchianity but still want the closeness of a family to study with. Join us every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time to put together the puzzle pieces of truth scattered throughout the ancient scriptures. Every day, questions arise.
Are the stories in the Bible true?
What if I told you that there are hundreds of confirming witnesses?
Which give intricate detail to the stories in the Bible.
Have you ever found yourself deep in the rabbit hole with questions that no one seemed to have the answers to? Join us the second Friday of every month at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for our Ask Me Anything series with author and researcher Zen Garcia, as he sheds light on the mysteries which have us all searching together.
Your partnership with Sacred Word Publishing goes further than the publishing of ancient manuscripts and weekly video content.
You also make a huge impact across the earth in orphanages in Myanmar, India, Uganda, and Kenya.
Your support is crucial for the development of the ecclesia of real truth seekers.
We thank you for joining us in hosting Secrets Revealed, Momentary Zen, the Digital Readers Club, Ask Me Anything series, and other shows that have helped lead so many to the truth of salvation.
To become even more involved, please visit patreon.com/sacredwordpublishing, where you can partake in exclusive, interactive, patron-only content and help us continue shining the light of love in this darkened world.
Hello friends, thank you for joining us this evening. I'm your host, Zen Garcia.
Let me go back just a little bit so I can make sure. Asking about different platforms. Okay, with regard to Coinbase, they want to know, how do I know if I am accruing or earning rewards? Well, when you go, which again, I recommend that everybody join Coinbase, because there is a section there that is earn rewards, and you can get access immediately once you set up your KYC, which is your know your customer. So you just have to give, your information to prove that you're a real person, and that you are, not signing up on multiple accounts with them. And once you do that, you can get access to $160 of free cryptocurrency just by answering some questions. And I, in fact, have sent out an email that has all of the answers to all of those questions. But even if you miss answer, you can keep answering until you get the right one. So you're not penalized for having the wrong answer. And so that's an easy, $160 in free cryptocurrency. And then if you use my referral or anybody else's for joining Coinbase, you'll get $10 in Bitcoin for the first $100 that you spend. And the other person will also get $10, in free Coinbase. Now, there's another application. There's two things that I recommend people do as well if you're into cryptocurrency that won't cost you a thing. You can download this app on your phone called Fold. And Fold, it allows you to spin a wheel once a day and you can earn free Bitcoin. You get paid in Satoshis. And you can also purchase gift cards and get $2,500, like spending $25 on a gift card, you'll get 2,500 free Satoshis, which Satoshi is the smallest increment of Bitcoin you can find. But, because of the price of Bitcoin going up, who knows if a Satoshi will, a few years down the line, be, whereas, 1,000 Satoshi is like 30 cents right now. It could be $30 in a few years. You don't know. So I think it's worth it to, spin. And then every 7 days, if you spin, every day persistently, you get 1,000 Satoshis free at the end of that, week. And you have a chance to win 1,000,000 Satoshis on the wheel, or 10,000, which I've never hit the 1,000,000, but I've hit the 10,000 several times. And so it's possible. And so I'll put my referral for the Fold app as well. If you join with my referral, you'll get 25,000 free Satoshis, which, again, that's, it's 30 cents for every 1,000, but still that's, that many for free. And then you can start spinning every day and accumulate free Bitcoin without having to purchase anything. So, there's different ways of getting free crypto. And just like I said, with Coinbase, you can get $160 worth just for joining. And then I've got a few referral links that if you use those referral links, you'll get $10 of a specific cryptocurrency. And then you can invite people and you'll get $50 more, up to $50 more. So it's beneficial to tell your friends and your family about this as well. Because as I said, it's relatively new space and there's $160 of free crypto sitting there waiting for them just to join Coinbase. And so it can benefit them. It could benefit you. It's free money. Why not take it? And so anyways, once you are joined on Coinbase, you've set up your debit card or your bank account to them, which it's safe. I know a lot of people are weary about doing that. I was as well when I first did it, but I've been a member of Coinbase for, now since 2017, and I've had no issues, no problems. And so when you go to prices, it'll tell you all the prices of the different tokens that you can buy through Coinbase. And as I said, the Tezos, the Cosmos, and the Algorand. Once you purchase those and you have them in your portfolio, you have to go to where it says rewards, which is a little ways down on the right side. You see the rewards and you just turn them on. Once you purchase the coin, you just start accruing your rewards, and you'll see the wheel start spinning, and you can see that every second you are gaining crypto. And I have all three, Tezos, Algorand, and Cosmos, in my account, and I can see the numbers going up on each one of them every second of every day as they accrue you interest. Now on the Celsius network, they take a snapshot of what you have in their wallet every Sunday, and then every Monday they pay you your rewards, and they'll send you an email as to how much your rewards are exactly. And this works the same on crypto.com, that particular wallet. There's another site called Kraken that you can also join, which is open to United States customers. And they give you the ability to hold some cryptos as well. But as far as Coinbase, only those three, and then with the US dollar coin and DAI, but they don't pay a lot for holding those coins. Only Tezos, Algorand, and Cosmos pay well on Coinbase, which is why I recommend that all other tokens that you may have, you transfer them to a Celsius wallet or some other wallet that can benefit you. Now I'm going to read you the rates on Celsius for the different cryptos that they are currently paying interest on. Ethereum, 5%. The Celsius token, 5.12%. Bitcoin, 4.74%. Synthetics, SNX, and this is the reason why this token is going up in value so much, along with this other one called Matic, which Matic is only 3 cents a token right now. But on the Celsius wallet, they are paying 16.16% interest on these tokens. If you are holding Cell, the native Cell token on the wallet as well, it increases your benefit. And you can actually get paid 21.49% interest this is over a year. That's the rate for a year. But you get paid every week. And they send you an email of your total benefit over every week. Now, the stable coins, Tether, the US dollar coin, Binance, US dollar coin, and, DAI, those are all pegged to the dollar. Those tokens will yield you 10.51%. And if you're holding Cell in the Celsius network wallet, 13.86%. That's a nice rate of interest. Same thing for True USD, the Gemini dollar, and the Paxos standard, PAX. So all of those will get you 13.86% just for holding them on the Celsius network. I mean, that's really good. You're not going to get that in, even in a high yield mutual fund, or even having high dividend yield ETFs. You're not getting paid that well. I think, one of the highest dividend yielding stocks is like 7%. but most of them are less than that. And so you're not going to get that anywhere else, which is why Celsius is doing so well. And they've been audited, they've been on CNBC, they have been around for 5-6 years, but they're a really great company. There are others. I'll just read a few more. And if you're interested, you can just look up earning rates for the Celsius network, and you can get this list. And then you can, purchase the ones that are paying the highest interest rate and send them to your Celsius wallet. Also, if you there's a look for the promo right now. If you send $200 in any crypto to your Celsius wallet as a newcomer, you'll get $30 free Bitcoin, which, that's an awesome benefit as well. All right, so continuing. Compound pays 9.86%, UMA 9.21%, Pax Gold 7.21%, Tether Gold 7.21%, Dash 7.21%, Litecoin 6.61%, Chainlink 5.9%, Bitcoin Cash 5.9%, EOS 5.83%, Uniswap 5.24%, Ripple XRP 4.72%, Zcash 4.59%, Basic Attention Token BAT, that's the one that you get free for using the Brave browser, it's 4.59%. Decentraland 4.59%, Ox ZRX 4.59%. You get the idea. I'm not going to continue on. There's just a few more anyways, but let me get back to the questions in the chat. Can you use your email as your username? Yes, I believe so. For Coinbase, that is the way that it works. Okay, some of these questions I'm not going to answer because thank you, Jonathan Hill. He's doing a really good job of answering questions in there. I really appreciate that. And but if anybody has any questions for me directly, go ahead and put them in the chat room. I'll answer them, and I'll check back here in just a short bit. Davo asks, hey Zen, with Coinbase, can you withdraw cash anytime? Yes, you can sell your cryptocurrency for cash and withdraw it to your bank account. So it's liquid. Now, as far as KuCoin or Binance, for those that are in the United States, if there are certain cryptos that are only offered on Binance, and you have to use a VPN in order to use Binance because they don't allow American customers. And so if there's a protocol or a project out there that does not allow Americans to invest in them for whatever reason, you have to use a VPN to gain access to them. And so, but that's not advice as well. I'm just telling you that's a way to do it. If for instance, Matic, M-A-T-I-C. You have to get that on the Binance exchange in order to send it to your Celsius network. But they don't allow Americans to, join their exchange. I do believe there is a Binance exchange for Americans, but I have the other one. But anyways. All right, I'm going to go ahead and continue reading from these emails so you can get an idea of what I've been talking about. Okay, you can find all of these tokens listed at the above website. That's coinmarketcap.com. And if you look at their charts, you'll see that since December 16, when I did the first show on cryptos for ding dongs, that all of these coins have gone up exponentially. Most of what I am focused on in the cryptocurrency markets are what are called infrastructure plays or focused on decentralized finance. The decentralized finance allows you to swap your tokens for others without having to go to exchanges which charge a percentage for such convenience. You can use Uniswap or other platforms like SushiSwap to do that instead. For the new people joining us, I will attach all of the other emails that I sent out over the past week below. For those of you that have been part of the group, you will only need to read to this point. God bless all of you. Hope that we can succeed together so that we can help others that may be struggling in these uncertain times. All right, this is the one that I sent out on the 3rd of January. At 8 p.m. This was before the market corrected at 2 o'clock that morning. This is what I said. I want to add one final thing with regard to the markets right now and Bitcoin being at an all-time high. I do expect a correction at some point. I know it's difficult to be patient when you see the price going up exponentially as it is. However, I do believe that you should have some cash on the sideline to take advantage of the correction, which should happen at some point soon, since we have been parabolic for over a month now. Nothing goes up forever, even though it seems like we're on a rocket ship to the moon right now. I want to give you one more indicator to watch. It is called the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. You can find it at the following link, alternative.me, crypto/fear and greed index. You can also just keyword search that and it'll come up for you. And actually, I should go ahead and look to see what it is right now. Let's do that. All right. The Crypto Fear and Greed Index is 91 right now, so it did cool off a little bit with that crash, but we've been at over a 90. My goodness, for since the 11th of this, no, wait, is that correct? Oh yeah, the 11th of December. And even before then, we were dipping in and out of 90s. It's just crazy. But anyways, that's how overheated the markets are. But again, there's no sellers and there's no correction. Nobody wants to, everybody's buying in. And all this institutional money is flooding in. That's why the prices keep going up. All right, but continuing. This indicator shows to us that as a market, we are extremely overbought and that the crypto market is in extreme greed. This means that we should get a correction at some point sooner than later. However, this has been the sentiment since 14,000, and so I never bet against Bitcoin. It is for this reason I believe that dollar cost averaging is the best strategy for entering and staying in the market. You should just pick a point every month and purchase a certain amount and let it accumulate without concern about price or whether it is going up or down. Over time, and as a year or two passes, the price of Bitcoin will be far higher than what it is right now, meaning that everybody that invested up to this point will be in the profit. Also, for those of you that are not familiar, know that in 4 years' time, Bitcoin will reach the peak of its mining production and that there will be no more new Bitcoin available to the market. The total available Bitcoin will be capped at 21 million. This number represents the full amount that will be available forever and cannot be increased no matter what. This means that the rest of the world will in the future have to purchase and pay much higher prices for what is already available. When this happens, the price of Bitcoin will increase at a faster level than we are even experiencing right now. You should accumulate now and prepare for that time. God bless. All right, now the email that I'm about to read is from the 2nd of January. And this is what I said. Markets are high. Welcome to all the new members. I greatly appreciate your interest and will do all that I can to help you take advantage of the blossoming opportunity that the build out of the cryptocurrency infrastructure is presenting to everybody in the world. If you do not know, there is still less than probably 5 to 10% of the world's population that even knows what cryptocurrency is. There's even less, maybe something like 1%, that is involved even in crypto investments. And while a lot of mainstream stock and bond traders are interested in diversifying into this market, the infrastructure for institutional buyers to do so is only now being actualized. It is for this reason that you have seen, for those of you that are paying attention, a great run up in the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and many other projects. It's been mostly the larger projects that have been benefiting from this run up. However, the entire cryptocurrency market is increasing in value. A day or so ago, I sent out a warning that Bitcoin was going to pull back in price at some point. And for those of you that are wanting to get some money into the market, one should wait for the dips, but that it would be bought up very quickly because of the great demand currently. Little did I realize that this dip and retracement would only present a short-term opportunity. Very short-term opportunity, in fact. In the past, when Bitcoin corrected, it would do so over a few hours and days. But now it's just a matter of minutes. Bitcoin went from 34,000 to 30,000 in just a few minutes. And then it literally shot back up to 32,000 in just a few seconds. And this was, again, on the 2nd. There are so many buyers awaiting to get into the market and very few sellers that anytime the price corrects, this will happen, in my opinion. This demand is causing price to rise exponentially. At some point, I will teach you how to set limit orders where you can use Coinbase Pro. That's a platform that's attached to Coinbase, which gives you better options for trading and entering and selling and exiting the market. To place an order to enter into Bitcoin and other crypto when it reaches a certain level, even if you're asleep. This keeps you from having to watch it, and when the price reaches that level, it will trigger an automatic buy or an automatic sell. This is very convenient for people that cannot spend a lot of time watching the market or that have jobs which are not connected to computers to where they can monitor what's happening in the market. Now, what I'm saying is that right now, when you purchase Bitcoin on Coinbase, you are having to do so at the current price of the market, whatever it may be right now. That's what you're having to pay. And so, like right now, the Bitcoin's at 36,654. Coinbase marks it up a couple of hundred. And so you're going to pay premium to purchase Bitcoin. But on Coinbase Pro, if you have dollars or a dollar coin or Tether USDT, you can just set your limit and say, I want to buy this much Bitcoin when it reaches, say, $33,000. And if there's a sell-off that pressures Bitcoin enough to the price where the price drops to that level, the Coinbase Pro platform will go ahead and purchase Bitcoin for you at that level and get you in at that level. All right, couple of questions here. Let's see. Marianne is asking me, do you have a list of safety precautions for cryptocurrency accounts? No, I don't. But Marianne, you can find that information from other people that have written about those kinds of things. I personally like to spread it out on different platforms, you know, a little here, a little there, and different wallets, you know, depending on the kind of things that I'm doing. And again, I know a lot of people like hardware wallets, but for me, having a disability, not being able to keep track of it, or, you know, the stuff, losing it, I just don't have a hardware wallet. And right now with Trezor and the Nano, you have to provide all your KYC so that if you send it out of your hardware wallet, they know where it's going, and the government is requesting them keep up with your information so that they can know when to tax you. And so I personally don't use a hardware wallet, but I know a lot of people that do, and they highly recommend it. And again, you have to be careful because somebody steals it from you, even if they don't know what it is. I mean, you know, it'll be lost forever. And like I said, using Celsius, you get paid percentage. You can't get paid interest on your hardware wallet. It just sits there. It might increase from the price going up, but you're not getting paid interest, which interest is a great benefit in my opinion. All right, another question. What is the difference between Pro and from regular Coinbase? Coinbase Pro, which you use your same, you know, email address, password, login, all that. It's just a different platform. Coinbase Pro gives you more ability to control your trades and to use limit orders and to buy and sell. Now, I personally don't like the fees that are attached to Coinbase Pro or Coinbase, but you know, Coinbase is a great way to enter into the market. But I prefer, if I'm going to trade, to use an exchange like KuCoin or Binance, because literally you're paying just a percentage of less than 1% to make a trade. Whereas if you're selling several $1,000s in Bitcoin on Coinbase, they're going to charge you sometimes up to like $10 to $12. And so that's a lot. You shouldn't have to pay that much, which again is another reason why I think people should have also join an exchange. And like I said, if you do Binance, you have to use a VPN. But you can join KuCoin, and they're a great exchange. I really love KuCoin and the security measures that they put into place. You have to have a trading password. And so even if somebody were to come on your computer and see your account open, they can't just send out your crypto to a different wallet or make a trade for you because they don't have your trading password. And so KuCoin's a great platform. It has great security. You are very welcome. That's what I'm here for. All right, I'm going to continue reading. I've got just a little bit more. All right. I was saying this is very convenient for people that cannot spend a lot of time watching the market or that have jobs which are not connected to computers to where they can monitor what's happening in the market. However, the best strategy is called dollar cost averaging. This means that rather than worrying about price, you just purchase a set amount of crypto every month or every 2 weeks as you can afford. And even if you just purchase $10 to $50, it adds up. I told my children last year in October of 2018 to begin to buy $50 of Bitcoin every month. The money they put in over 11 months until last October quadrupled in price. I know most of you will not trade, but only invest. And so again, dollar cost averaging is the best way to go. What I will be trying to help you do is simply gain access to the market and then make purchases which will just simply sit in an account and accrue either interest, value, or both. Earlier today, I sent most of you a link to a phone application called Pi. Also, this for those of you that are interested, if you send me your email address, zengarcia2010@gmail.com. I'll send you a link to this Pi. We have a community that's set up, and you basically are mining this cryptocurrency for free. You just activate it once every day on your phone, and it will just continue to mine. It's pretty awesome. This app allows you to mine cryptocurrency on your phone free of charge with no investment, and you can do it 24 hours a day. The price of the crypto has not yet been determined as the application is still in the initiation phase. However, you just have to start the application once a day to earn free cryptocurrency. I know many of you do not have a lot of money to invest, so I'm going to try to provide you information so that you can earn crypto for free. Once we have the Discord group set up and going, I'll be able to instruct you and answer your questions on a more intimate basis. In the meantime, do what you can to set up the backdrop of what you're going to need to use to engage in this opportunity. Remember, I am not a financial advisor, but simply sharing with you my opinion. I do believe that as in the 90s with the development of the internet, we are in a very interesting position when it comes to this new technology. Like the internet, nobody truly knows what will become of this platform and what kind of effect it will have on the world. However, I do believe that the benefits and the applications which can be created utilizing blockchain will at some point affect all levels of commerce and industry, like the internet, which currently can't be ascertained. There is a lot of interest in cryptocurrencies occurring right now. Tomorrow, when the mainstream news begins to report that Bitcoin reached 34,000 and now 37,000, all-time high over the holidays and the days after the new year, more and more people are going to want to take part, including small-time players like ourselves and even big money institutions. I believe that Bitcoin can easily reach $50,000 to $100,000 a coin by the end of next year. Even with that being said, please only involve yourself in a manner that you feel comfortable. Do not spend or invest what you cannot afford to lose. God bless all of you. Looking forward to the group going and are being able to come to know each other in better personal manner. For those of you that have already begun to purchase that particular projects that I recommended, even the answer that I gave to what I would do if I had $1,000 to invest, remember, I told you I would put 40% into Bitcoin, 30% into ETH, and the other 30% into projects like DOT, Theta, Cell, or Wise. And while you can check the charts to see what these coins have done over the week, even the last week since I mentioned them, Bitcoin has gone from 20,000 to 34,000, now 37,000. Since the first show I did on Cryptos for Ding Dongs, December 16th, 2020. ETH has gone from 625 to 978 when I wrote that. It's now over $1,200. Polkadot has gone from $4.80, that's when I got in, or actually about $4.30, and it's now over $10.40. It was $9.70 at the time of this writing. Theta went from 80 cents to $2.17 at the time of that writing. CEL went from $2.46 to $6.39. I'll be in touch soon. All right. This is the last one I'm going to read. January 1st. Happy Pagan New Year. Welcome, Tony and Bella, to the group. Just yesterday, I sent out the email I will attach below for the new people. Notice that in that message, I recommended a few coins. Remember, first, I'm not a financial advisor and that any money you risk should be only what you can afford to lose. However, that being said, the coins I recommended just today, and you can check for yourself at coinmarketcap.com. You should become familiar with this site. It will inform you on those coins which are moving and gaining momentum. Create your own watch list. You can also earn free cryptocurrency through the site. Here are my referrals for different exchanges that you can use. Some are not open to American, but these are. One can receive sign-up bonus at the following cryptocurrency exchanges for using the below links. And then I give out my KuCoin, Celsius Network, and BlockFi.com. Which I'll add all of that to the description of this show. So if you're interested, just check back later. The coins I recommended were the following with the gains they made just today. Even with the increase in price, I do believe that these coins will move. And then I spoke about DOT already. I said went from 450 to 950 in 3 days. ZIL went from 3 cents to 9 cents in a week. Theta, THETA, went from 82 cents to $2.90. Hex went from 0.002537 to 0.013417, an 18% gain, and up 107% for the week. Algo, one of the three you can hold on Coinbase to earn interest, was the last I recommended, and it is up 25.53% today, going from 30 cents to 40 cents a token. I see more upside for this coin. I always recommend that people wait for small reversals before buying these kinds of coins after these kinds of moves. Better to get them on a red day than on a green day when they're going up in price. Be patient, keep them on your radar. I will recommend a couple more small projects, which I think will also be successful. They are Sushi, Uni, UNI, and RSR. Some of these you can only buy on cryptocurrency exchanges. However, you can buy Uni, Algo, and RSI from Coinbase. Actually, you can't get RSR there. You have to get that from Binance. All of you should open Celsius network wallets as well to your phone, as you can earn greater interest on many coins than you can holding them in Coinbase. I'm no longer recommending Tron Chain, but I do want to tell you about Bankroll Full. Tron Chain has collapsed, and I don't get into a lot of the Tron dApp projects. I'd rather just hold coins that earn interest. That's a better, guaranteed, without putting yourself in a high risk protocol. But I will tell you about Bankroll Flow. And the reason I'll tell you about Bankroll Flow is because it's called a drip. They pay you 1% daily for 351 days, so that you can get 350% on your initial investment. But the reason Bankroll Flow is not going bankrupt like some of these other, which they're Ponzi schemes, like Tron Chain collapse, even though Tron Chain is going to use the Eclipse City platform to pay back those that initially invested in them. So you can keep up with that for those of you that did go into Tron Chain. But anyways, Bankroll Flow, they have you change your Tron into what is called Banker X. And then you are paid out in this Banker X. Well, what is interesting about the Banker X token is that it is accruing in value, so that it is making the platform sustainable. When I first started investing in, or put a little bit amount into Bankroll Flow, and I'm collecting right now 1% every day, and you can also compound that, so that you are making greater interest on your withdrawals. But anyways, when I first started investing, the Banker X token was equal to 9 Tron. And right now it is 41 Tron per Banker X token, which means that my initial investment has quadrupled in value since I first went into this particular platform. So that gives it sustainability, in that the increase in value of their token is also benefiting the site, so that it's attracting more investors. And the more investors that are coming is increasing the value of the Banker X token even that much more. And so the platform is profitable, meaning that it is sustainable. And so that, if you do decide to enter into Bankroll Flow, you will get your 1%. And if you compound it, you can basically get your total return in about 90 days. 60 days if you compound it, which I'm compounding every day except for Wednesday and Sunday. Wednesday and Sunday I claim. And I think a lot of the other people that are invested in the site are also doing that same thing, so that it's not just draining the liquidity. And so, but again, this site is still risky, but if you're only putting in, $30 worth and you're pulling out $3 a day, and and you get your money back in 30 cents a day is what you get from a $30 investment. You compound it in about 100 days, you're going to get your money back. And then for the other 250 days, that's all profit. And like I said, when I first went in, the Banker X token was only worth 9 Tron, which Tron is, about 3 cents a token. So it's not a lot of money. And, if you put in just a little bit amount to see how it works, you may benefit in that, because it's only been, I think, since the middle of December that I got involved in this bankroll flow, and it's already quadrupled in value. And so and a lot of people are talking about this website now, and there are people that are literally putting hundreds of thousands of dollars of money into it. Now, I don't trust it that much, but I did put a little bit into it. And I've been taking my returns, and I'm getting close to where I'm going to be break even, and then the rest will be profit. But already I've quadrupled my money because the Banker X token has increased from 9 Tron a token when I first got in to now it's over 41 Tron per every Banker X token. And so if you're interested in looking at it, I'll have my link in the description. If you use it, you have to have a referral even to begin investing on the site. And so if you don't use mine, you have to use somebody's. But if you do use mine and we accumulate and create a community, I will then also, you can do what is called airdrops, to where you give back to the community that invested with your referral. Because you do get a 10% direct benefit from the people that use your referral link and invest underneath you. And if you tell your friends and your family they invest underneath you, you get 10% direct referral, and it goes 15 levels down to where you're getting a percentage from the people they also have joined in the community. But like I said, I would only invest what you can afford to lose. Don't go throw a huge amount of money into this. But like I said, already the money that I put into it has increased 4 times in value, and just with the increase in the Banker X. And so it's an interesting website, and you can take a look at it for yourself. There's a lot of information, a lot of people talking about it, a lot of interest. They also have other protocols like Stronghold, Stockpile, and I forget the other name. There's one other token as well. Let me check that out and I'll tell you. They have, right now, even Banker X is now 42.382 Tron per every Banker X. And so it's still increasing. They also have Stronghold, Stockpile, and Stack. These other tokens that pay an annual percentage rate. for investing in them. And so anyways, you can take a look at it yourself, make a decision on whether you think it's something that, would interest you. I think even putting a little bit amount of money into it, that it can not only increase in value because of the Banker X token increasing in value as well, but you get that 1% return. You can compound it. You can either roll or claim. And then, after 100 days, you have, or if you're compounding, you can get it back in like 60 days, your investment, and then the rest is all profit. And so, is it worth the risk? I believe so. And I wouldn't say that for many of these other projects. There are a lot of Tron projects out there which pay you, 1% or even claim to pay you 5% or whatever. But those sites don't last. And so the only way you get your money out of them is if you join early. And they're risky. And so I don't advise people to invest in those. And I personally don't invest in those. I think that, earning interest in the Celsius wallet or on Coinbase, that's the best way to go, because you still have your investment in your wallet and you're earning interest without having to put it on other website or give somebody authority over that token. And so anyways, just some things that I wanted you guys to know about. Let me check the chat room once more. And remember, I will put my referrals. Yeah, for Pi, Nicholas, just send me your email, zengarcia2010 @gmail.com, and I will send you out that link here in just a few minutes. But my name on the Pi network is Xander, Zander. So you can just put that name in there if you don't want to wait for me to send you the actual link. But for those of you that want the link and then you want to set up the app on your phone and start getting, free crypto just for starting the app on your phone, and it doesn't drain your battery, you can't even tell that it's there and working in the background. And so, it's not going to harm your phone or lock it up or keep it busy or, cause your other applications to work slow. It's very quietly working in the background. Hello, Aaron. And thanks, everybody. Trixie, Mary, Shelley, Jonathan, ALS, Crypto Studio. I greatly appreciate all of you. And everybody else in the scroll and in the chat. We greatly appreciate all of you. Thank you for listening in. Thank you for your interest. And ALS Crypto Studio says we passed the moon. Now we're on the way to the sun. Well, if you know biblical cosmology, the sun and the moon are actually at the same distance. But yes, brother, we are on our way to the stars and to the throne of the Most High. That's the target. I appreciate all of you so very greatly. Be blessed, and I'll talk to you very soon. Do send me your email address. Let me know you want to be part of the group, and we're going to get the Discord set up. We're going to communicate with one another. We're going to support each other in the different projects and information and helping each other to grow. All right. Thank you, Nicholas. I'll be sending you guys out the links here in just a short bit. Be blessed all. Good night.
Thank you everybody for joining us for this video and this broadcast. We appreciate all of you and thank you for your patronage. Please do like and subscribe and share with your friends. God bless all of you in your seeking.